Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
All right, and today we've got an interesting company to watch because it belongs to one of the most famous investors around. And good morning, Dan. Yes.
Wednesday morning, Ryan. I feel like you're tired of hearing me already.
Just getting warmed up. So there you go. Welcome to the show, Danko.
Hey, hi, Ryan. And good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to Companies to Watch, a segment where we spotlight and stock you up with ideas of listed companies that will call for your attention. So we're looking at market trends and risks, or maybe hidden gems that you want to keep an eye out on. So be part of the conversation as well. 8855-0893. And tell us whether you think it's going to be hard or not. Ryan, are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay, you teased it up just nicely for the company that we're watching today. Now, it started out as a company managing a group of textile milling plants. Today, it's grown to become one of the largest companies in the world and has a market capitalization of over $700 billion. Well, it was founded back in 1839, and Berkshire Hathaway now provides property and casualty insurance as well as reinsurance, utilities and energy, freight rail transportation, finance, manufacturing, retailing, and services. So, yes, we're turning to the one and only Warren Buffett's baby, Berkshire Hathaway. And that's because it's recently reported its earnings report, and that's been pushing its stock to an all-time high on Monday, as well as overnight on Wall Street, as investors started to digest the company's fourth quarter earnings report. Now, if we break it down, the Class A shares of Berkshire rose 4% to a staggering $747,765.75. Quite a mouthful. While Class B baby Berkshire shares, it climbed about 4.2% amid the news of its recent earnings report to $498.97 as both Berkshire share classes broke all-time highs that was set back in November 27th. So if we're breaking down the latest data, I'm seeing, the latest fourth quarter earnings report revealing that they've got $47.4 billion in operating earnings, excluding investment gains in 2024. And Ryan, that's a 27% increase from 2023 and its third straight record annual operating profit. On top of that, $14.5 billion in operating earnings during the fourth quarter, a 71% year-over-year increase. What do you make of this so far?
Yeah, so when people talk about Berkshire Hathaway, investing it is to some degree a proxy of the U.S. economy. So if America does well, Berkshire Hathaway does well because you've got stakes in many American companies. And this has been true to some extent. And you mentioned those stock prices going up and away. It has been my dream to own a Berkshire Hathaway Class A stock.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of our dreams.
Before. $750,000 is where it is right now. I remember back in the day when I was looking at it, it was like $24,000. So I was wondering, should I buy it? Is it going to come down?
What were you doing, Ryan?
There
it feels
you go.
like a bit of a Bitcoin.
I think I kind of missed the boat
spree.
there. Yeah.
Well, we can only dream, right? One can only dream of owning at least one of Class A shares of Berkshire. So, that being said, though, net income for the full year totaled to $89 billion, including gains from Berkshire's common stock investments such as Apple and American Express. And at the end of the year, Ryan, Berkshire's pile of cash and other cash-like securities, such as their treasury bills, stood at a staggering $334.2 billion. That's almost double the amount that was seen at the end of 2023. So, yeah, it does reflect Berkshire's high business valuations and their 9 straight quarters of selling more stocks than it bought. I mean, if you remember just last year, the selling included Apple, which so far remained its largest stock investment as of date. But that being said, it does show that they're starting to pivot just a little bit in terms of their investment strategy. So, writing in his 2024 annual letter to Berkshire shareholders that was published over the weekend, Buffett said that these record profits came in despite more than half of the company's operating businesses reporting a decline in earnings last year.
Yeah.
So that really does present some good news for Berkshire Hathaway's shareholders.
Interesting to see, what Warren Buffett is doing because folks like to emulate whatever style he's going for. And to that degree, in the past year, like you pointed out, he's been trimming stakes in Apple, in some of the banks, and putting it elsewhere.
That's right. And still reporting profits. I think that spells good news for Warren Buffett's baby. Now, this year actually marks Buffett's 60th year at the helm of Berkshire, which he transformed into a $1.03 trillion conglomerate with dozens of businesses in insurance, railroad, energy, industrial, retail, and other sectors. And the 94-year-old acknowledged his advanced age. He told shareholders that he uses a cane and will spend less time fielding the questions at Berkshire's annual meeting on May the 3rd. It feels like the end of a movie, do you think, Ryan?
I'm sure there'll be
sad.
many movies made of Warren Buffett, and I think he's going to be a legend.
He is certainly a legend. And he assured shareholders as well that the company will be in good hands after he turns over the conglomerate's reins to Vice Chairman Greg Abel, saying that the 62-year-old has shown vividly his ability to deploy capital. On top of that, he did, of course, shed some political statements and cautionary measures and message to Washington about, capitalism and along those lines. But I'm going to skip that part and talk a little bit more about what Berkshire forecasting for the next few months ahead. And beyond the political statements that he made, Buffett said Berkshire will continue to prefer equities, primarily U.S. stocks, over cash, even as it resists paying a dividend to shareholders. But there still remains a few buying opportunities at this period of time, given that other stocks appear pretty pricey. I mean, the S&P 500 is just slightly off from their new highs that was set just last week, and the Nasdaq inching close to its December 16th peak as well. So I suppose this kind of paints an outlook of how cautious Berkshire remains at this period of time. But they're turning over to Japan, because Buffett just recently announced that it's likely to increase its combined $23.5 billion of investments in 5 Japanese trading houses. We're looking at Itochu, Marubeni, Mitsubishi, Mitsui, and Sumitomo. So yeah, if we take a look at things in hindsight, the best day for Berkshire added $40 billion to the company's market capitalization, swelling up to a record $1.08 trillion.
Yeah. He hasn't been as active as before when it comes to the buying of companies. So he's been seeing quite a big cash pile. So let's see what he's going to get into.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. But as of now, I think for myself, I'm going to go with a hot for the Berkshire Hathaway. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll join you there because he has a knack for spotting deals. And plus, Warren Buffett gets special deals from banks. So he is going to be one to watch.
Buy. That's the 3 consensus rating we're receiving from the Tip Ranks, Yahoo, and Barron's as of the 26th of February. And that's all we have for Berkshire Hathaway. Now, Ryan, there is perhaps no annual letter more anticipated than the one Warren Buffett sends to his Berkshire Hathaway shareholders, and a lot of us would often find hints about the economy and financial strategies to employ. But this also includes some fundamental life lessons that we need to keep note of. So here are 3 important lessons we're taking away from the letter. Number 1, mistakes happen, so own up to them before it's too late. Number 2, know the power of a single winning decision. And the last one, here at Money FM, we always encourage you to keep saving. And that's all we have for this Companies to Watch session, Berkshire Hathaway.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.